archive on May 30, Phil Costa wrote the below on Nacho Monreal when Kieran Gibbs suffered a thigh injury against Liverpool on January 30, 2013. Two options were presented to Arsenal and Arsene Wenger. One of those options was to play Brazilian left-back André Santos for the next month and gamble on Gibbs' fitness later on, while the other was to dip into the transfer market with a Champions League place at stake. Wenger had been guilty of hesitating over big decisions in the past, but there was nothing hesitant about the way he pursued Malagas Nacho Monreal, who caught a flight to London, had his pictures taken and made the deadline by the skin of his teeth, all in the space of 6 hours. Monreal made 10 starts between February and May, but despite settling well in North London, he struggled shortly after and found himself falling behind Gibbs in the pecking order. He began just 20 games the following season, in contrast to the former England international's 37, sitting out the FA Cup final at Wembley as the Gunners staged a dramatic comeback against Hull. However, in what normally would have been a disaster for the club with Thomas Vermaelen being sold to Barcelona, Per Mertesacker returning from Brazil with a World Cup winning hangover and Laurent Koscielny hampered by injury, Monreal was forced into action at centre-back, a position he'd never played in before, and absolutely bossed it. Players often require a specific moment to turn their fortunes around, whether it be a striker finding the net after a lengthy drought, a defender making a brave last-ditch tackle or a goalkeeper saving a penalty. But for Monreal, his stint at the heart of the defence transformed, and arguably rescued his Arsenal career. It wasn't Wenger's intention to make him a better left-back by playing him at centre-half, but that was certainly the outcome of this switch. Monreal now reads the game more efficiently. He's added a physicality and an aggression to his game which makes him harder to beat. His positional play, which had been exposed more than once, has improved considerably, and the most significant change is how much stronger he has become in the air. In 201,314 he won just 43% of his aerial duels. But in 201,415 it increased to 62%, and in 201,516 it increased to 68%, before settling down at 65% for the season just past. It's not uncommon to see him tower over opponents, win the ball with conviction and leave them flattened on the turf, which differs greatly from the nervy defender we saw 4 years ago. Like most of the squad, Arsenal's switch to the 3,421 has brought out the best in Monreal. His game may not excite fans like Mesut Ozil or Alexis do, but his role in the team has been every bit as important. The balance he provides is crucial because with the heavily attack-minded Hector Bellerin or Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain usually on the opposite flank bursting forward, the Spaniards' more conservative approach ensures that the side have extra cover in case of a turnover. By not being so aggressive in his forward forays, Laurent Koscielny and Rob Holding can then shuffle over and cover the areas left behind without feeling like they've exposed their defensive partners. But despite his steady approach, the Spaniard does still add some attacking impetus, sensibly picking his moments when to motor upfield and join in attacks. Once in possession, the defender uses his slick one-and-two touch game to help knit moves together towards the more gifted offensive weapons. Courtesy of Alexis' tendency to drift infield, the 31-year-old is also regularly afforded the chance to ghost in at the back post, using the space vacated by defenders who follow their men coming inside. From those dangerous areas, his smart crossing means he's able to create plenty of chances for the Gunners as well. Over time, the gap between himself and Gibbs for the main left-back position has grown substantially. If the former Malaga man responded to losing his place by upping his game, working harder and becoming more consistent, Gibbs seems to have buckled under the weight of the situation. When given a start, he has done little to change Wenger's mind, and Monreal is clearly the first choice. There has been talk of Athletic Club and Sevilla wanting to sign him, but his experience and versatility is invaluable to this squad. With Schalke wing-back Sead Kolasinac set to join the club this summer, Gibbs will be the more likely to depart, and rightly so. Always first to celebrate with the goalscorer, never shy to give someone an earful and a clear presence in the dressing room behind the scenes, Monreal has adapted to life at the Emirates with admirable determination. In a footballing climate that's growing more and more impatient, he is an example to us all that good things come to those who wait. Share this. 31,697 Alvaro Morata's greatest asset is his head. In more ways than one.